Alright, what's up guys? We have the C4 Corvette in the garage, owned by Mr. Ron Mexico himself. He's here. There he is in the background. The situation is, Ron Mexico takes the Corvette to get to pass emissions. It failed. It's thrown a couple codes, so we're digging in now.
The first code is P0171, second code is P0441, third code is P0443, and what I've gathered online from the vet forums and YouTube is that it's most likely like a fuel system issue, possibly O2 sensors, fuel pump, and possibly a solenoid. My C5 had a similar issue with, I think it was P0441 or 3, I can't remember which one, and the guy swapped out the solenoid and the code never came back online, so I'm hoping we have the same luck today.
Alright, so here's the parts that we've ordered. We think these will do the trick, at least we hope so. Here's a new O2 sensor. We got a new fuel filter, and this is the canister purge solenoid. First up, we're going to do the canister purge solenoid. That's this right here, and if you're doing this at home, it's under this black Corvette plastic panel. We popped that off, and there it is. So that's what we're doing now. Oh, this was already out. This wasn't plugged in.
No way.
I'm not even kidding. I didn't unplug it.
Oh, fuck it.
Should we plug it back in to see if it... Dude, it wasn't plugged in. Now it is.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh no. What, that happened on camera too. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna fire up the vet now and see if that actually removes the first code. Before the car gets hot again, we'll do the O2 sensor anyway, and then we'll take it for a spin and see. It's the same thing.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that just in case.
Okay. Okay, new plan. We're not going to do that. We don't want the motor to get hot again. So we're gonna swap out the O2 sensor and the fuel filter first, and then we'll take it for a spin and see if it's still throwing those codes. Alright, it's a little bit of a struggle to get this O2 sensor off. And it's likely because you can see here the thread is a little screwed up. Whoever installed this O2 sensor likely cross-threaded it and kind of shoved it into place. And I'm kind of hoping that no damage is done to the exhaust now as we install the new one. Alright, the new O2 sensor's in. We're now moving onto the fuel filter. We're under the passenger side now. And this is just behind the front passenger wheel, right there. Here's the fuel filter, but we checked it out on YouTube, and turns out what we should do to properly remove this is remove the fuel pump fuse, run the motor until the car dies, and then we could swap this out. The reason you do that is if we go to take this out right now, it'll spill fuel all over us. We'll take a fuel bath, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to pull the fuse, run the car, let her die, and then we'll swap it out. Alright, again, we're on the passenger side. The fuse box is located there. And on the cover is the diagram that we're looking for. It's tough to see in the camera, but right here it says FP. That's the fuel pump. So we want to go 3 rows down, 2 over, and we'll pull that 10 amp out. There it is. Guess there wasn't much fuel in there. I mean, it's alright if I get a little fuel on me. Try one more time. We'll make sure it's all out. Oh! Alright. Yeah, alright. We might have screwed this up. We're watching YouTube now. Apparently we were supposed to start the car first and then pull the amp to prevent this from happening because a lot of fuel's coming out now. The line was not emptied prior to us popping the fuel pump off. I mean, a considerable amount of fuel has come out, and it's still coming. So, Ron Mexico's gonna he's gonna take a fuel shower. How's it going, buddy?
So far so good. That's the last piece right now. If I can find the hole, she said, you should be in business.
The hole for the bracket?
Yeah, like it's I can kind of see it. It's just trying to fit the brick around the hole in the body. Like it's right there. Hey, let's put the fuse back in and start it up and see where we're at.
He reemerges. Nice shirt, dude.
I got the fuel filter on right now. It's bolted. So what we're gonna do is put the 10 fuse back in, start it up, and hope for the best.
Okay, so we've got the new fuel filter in. The O2 sensor has been replaced. We're rolling with the original purge canister solenoid because it was just unplugged. So now we've cleared out the codes and we're going to take it for a test spin. And I apologize, I know this video's been kind of all over the place. It was actually really challenging to get the camera under the Corvette while we were doing this, especially with the O2 sensor being cross-threaded. And of course the fuel pump the fuel filter making a complete mess.
Yes, sir.
Oh shit!
We gotta follow that.
What is this thing?
I don't know. It's this little cover thing.
This is dangerous. It's tough to see on the camera, but the engine light came back on.
PO 134?
It's a different number?
Yeah.
It's a new number. Get out of town.
I feel at this point we're playing like whack-a-mole with all the codes.
It's unbelievable that a new code popped up.
P0134 O2 sensor.
Oh, come on. Which one?
Before the catalytic converter. Let's see.
It's the same one, but with a different code? So as it turns out, the port for the O2 sensor was damaged on the exhaust, which means the O2 sensor could not make a proper seal. This isn't exactly something we wanted to fix ourselves, so Ron Mexico brought it to the professionals, he brought it to an exhaust shop, and they fixed it up for him. But even after that, more codes popped up. So that's the end of part 1, and here's a little sample of what's to come in part 2. As we were driving, something flew up and hit the windshield. Oh boy.